Imagine fiddly box juggling bullshit.
Follow, like, subscribe. Sonic is for lovers. Shadow the Hedgehog's a piece of shit.
We knew that.
Thanks, everyone.
And if you like fiddly bullshit, keep watching.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with more of this shit. Bye.
Yeah.
I love you all. Goodbye.
So Elden Ring DLC.
Holy shit!
Oh, yeah. Gina, look at these cards.
Oh, Balatro! Fuck you, Brayden. I was gonna stream Balatro. Fuck you.
I'm
Cocksucking.
streaming Balatro right now, Dad.
damn
What are you gonna do? Got a full house, motherfucker.
Shit.
You playing games at me?
He's playing a card game, and probably the best card game of 2024 by a long shot.
You like heroin, Gino?
Why did you... okay, you could have done a full house with 3
I'll be the
kings
judge.
instead
I
of
did
2.
a full house.
You could have done 3 kings and
It
gotten
doesn't
more
matter.
I'll be the
points.
judge.
Yeah, get the fucking
I'll be the judge
planets.
rather
Boost
than
up your
the best
card
card.
types. Oh, multi. Wait. Yeah, so all of the new cards are good. Yeah. You've already done a couple of full houses. Why don't you level up full house? Ah,
It's upsetting that you've decided to play card games now.
Hi, welcome to A Deck a Day.
Fuck. This game's great, Gino.
Balatro the Hedgehog. My
Click your
hand
deck.
hurts from
Do you want to
slamming it on the
actually...
table.
Yeah, that's probably what I do. How many
So
hearts?
It's got tarot cards and
Yeah, so the
poker
tarot cards
hands.
basically modify your actual hand or your deck. The Joker cards provide buffs and modifiers for every hand that you play, some more significantly than others. The planet cards level up the base stats for every type of hand that you can present to the dealer. And then there are spectral cards which do major to incredibly significant changes to your overall deck. But they usually come at a very high cost. So it's a combination
you-
of deck creation, deck modification, as well as Yahtzee and poker.
I Yahtzee'd
So
in
you're
her
trying to
poker until she deck modificationed.
Go on.
Yeah,
boo.
Braden's in a hard spot because I'm struggling. Yeah, go for the... Yeah, do a high card.
Why is that card backwards?
1 in 7 cards get drawn face down.
Yeah, so he's actually in the boss encounter right here, where these boss encounters have a very weird quirk that makes completing within the number of hands difficult.
Like a judge of some sort, if you will.
So now, once you complete the hand, you get your payout. If you have more than 5 coins at the end of your hand, after going past the shop, you'll get interest. But for probably the start of this game, you probably want to buy everything there is. Everything that's not in that voucher box resets after the boss. The voucher is usually a $10 expense that provides a permanent buff or benefit to you throughout the entirety of this run.
So this is a deck builder, roguelike, poker, Yahtzee
Run-based
combination
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's all of your favorite games in one, Justin.
I don't like any of those things.
I know. He was saying sarcastically. Yeah, so when the demo came out, it had... And then also, your starting hand or your starting deck differs, in some cases, far more significantly than others. I forget which... So he's playing the black cards. I forget what those...
Black cards, so you get an extra Joker slot.
Okay. You get an extra Joker... Oh, okay, yeah.
this polychrome, which means an overall 1.5 multiplier.
Oh, okay. So, Gino, the way that the score is tabulated is the coins and the multiplier. Multipliers are usually applied based off of your Joker cards or any other buffs that you have, and then coins are dependent on the value of the cards that you present in whatever hand that you play. So, for example, notice how kings get 10 chips. So those are the coins, and then the multipliers depend on like the ways that you buff
Multiplier
those cards.
depends on the hand type. I've been upgrading my straights.
Yep.
And full
And then
houses.
also there are different states that you can apply to your cards. For example, notice how the King of Hearts to the right has a gold tint around it. That means that it is a lucky card, which means there's a chance for a bonus multiplier, but not a guarantee. There's the stone state, there's the glass state, there's the steel state, and then the other one where it's just a wild card or a multiplier card. And then you have seals, which I believe seals only happen if you use certain tarot cards as well as usually spectral cards.
You're basically trying to engineer a straight or a...
No, they have the
Flush.
entire
You're
gamut.
trying to
No, they have the
engineer-
entire gamut. I've seen people actually rack
Can
up
spec in
thousands of
two
points.
pair.
Yeah, I've seen people play like spec in 2 pairs because they were able to get the celestial cards or the planet cards that allowed them to like really level up that type of hand. And then on top of that, one of my favorite decks to play is the one that gives you a doubler at the end of every round. So when, for example, at the end, I chose to skip, and it would say, hey, level up straights. I could, like, stack that and have my straight be at level 8 to 9 before I got to the final boss, the Cerulean Encounter. And when Braden gets to the end of this hand, it can show that there is the option of skipping,
Yeah.
which is actually kind of a fun little high risk, high reward
Fuck.
thing. You're fucked.
I'm fucked.
I mean, you almost have a straight, but you don't have a straight.
Yeah.
He's out of discards too, so he, yeah. So you can just copy the seed and replay that entire route, where
Never.
it's gonna seed certain things correctly, but of course certain things are different depending on, you know, shuffling the deck. So when he accepted this hand, notice how it gave him the option to just skip this. You can skip encounters. You can't skip the boss encounters, so you want to be careful about when you do that. When you skip hands, you get not necessarily the payout for this encounter. You get whatever the skip bonus is.
You get a perk.
Yeah, usually a perk. Sometimes it's just a payout, depending on what you've done.
So, if I skip this bind, I double my money.
But
But
maybe Braden wants to just spend his money.
I'm trying. Yeah, but I don't think that's worth it in this case.
For that straight. Do you get a multiplier because it's a straight?
Yeah.
Not right now. Or, well, yes. Straights are more valuable than, say, 2 pairs. It's the normal poker ranking in terms of hands. But you can get certain cards, like the spectral card that says, if you click this option, I'm gonna change every card that's presented before you into 1 rank. Will it be a 2 or will it be an ace? Who's to say? But you gotta burn 2 cards to do that. So there's a lot of weird ways where your runs
First
are.
hand of the round is a single 6, destroy it, and create a spectral card. Ooh. Must play 5 cards.
You've seen a 5 of a kind deck today? Yeah, like you can like those spectral cards do some very significant things. to your hands.
Yes, you can do 5 of a kind decks, and
There's the fun little if you're able to basically create a hand that solves or meets the ante in one go, there's a fun little effect where it's a flame effect and the music starts to quiet. There's weird little like flourishes both visually and audio wise that I quite like. Yeah, keep the aces
Must
for now.
play.
Oh, okay.
Must play 5 cards.
Just throw in a junk card. Oh, right. You can do that stone card. So a stone card has no value. All it does is add 50 coins. So it doesn't change what he played. It was still a 2-pair, but it did
Full
go
house.
to the pot. So you get a little bonus for the number of hands that you have left over at the end of a turn. You don't get a bonus with the number of discards. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the fact, I don't know if Braden's noticed this, I'm still getting used to the fact that they've changed the value for some of the cards to make it more balanced.
since the demo, yeah.
Yeah. Like that voucher to get an extra hand used to be $10 and now it's $7. Seems, let's say, more fair. I would say that's worth doing. Oh, wow. A wild ace. Yeah, you're probably going to have to go with a flush. It's just depending on which... Or that
You were
ace is
just
a
off
wild...
of a flush on 2 different suits.
Yeah.
There you go. Bingo.
there-
You got a flush of clubs.
Yeah, you want to do the clubs because that ace is a wild.
And then it gets fire over here.
Yep, because he did it in one hand.
So, what are the packs?
The packs are basically blind packs, so
Tarot
you know that they're going to
cards.
be an tarot card, but you don't know exactly what's in it. So the safe bet would be to buy the tarot cards in the top
Joker.
area. But
Okay.
again, you don't know what's in the pack. Remember, it's up to... Yeah. Yeah. Because it looks like this is going to be a flush run, or a
Yeah.
run where you spec towards flushes.
Yes. We ain't talking about
Flush that shit,
bathrooms neither.
right? Can't you? Doesn't the stone?
It doesn't count as anything.
It just adds to
And
the
then
overall
for a
number of
flush.
chips. And play a triplet. Or yeah, use your discards. Oh shit. Now with that jack. Yeah, I have that happen a lot where it's like, shit, fuck. You can click your deck and see what the odds are if you are computationally gifted.
If you're good
Fuck
at counting
that.
cards, which I'm not. If you're good at understanding probability,
So you only have 2 tens. So that's actually good. No, yeah, you've
Sure.
got a flush. You've got a flush.
Oh yeah, you do have a flush. Yay!
Yay. Ooh, what's that red card? Did you just pan over that? I mean, that
plus
is
three
the right
multiplier
call.
whenever a booster is skipped. That
Oh, okay.
seems like a waste of money.
Yeah, that seems shitty. But you also want to just like, if you like to collect them all, you might want to do that.
What's up with that, King?
All
So
diamonds
this
are
current,
debuffed
yeah.
right now.
Oh,
so
diamonds are
diamonds
debuffed.
don't have 0 value. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna have to go big or go home, Brayden. Alright. That's at least something. Ugh. You could play a straight, but it's gonna have that 1-6. Is this enough?
What's up with that 6 that's green tinted?
I think that's just the filter. Oh, you don't got any discards. So you might need to play a shitty hand, Brayden, and then just hope that you get a spade.
There we go.
Oh, wild cards get debuffed with this. These bosses that specifically target one. Yeah, level up your flush.
Just need to play 8s. Upgrade 3 of a kind by 3 levels.
Yeah. That's not insignificant. Like I said, Brayden, when I played the deck that gives you combos, I would like stack those and have like two combos, and then I would be able to have like, for me that would be like now 3 of a kind is at level 12, which completely changes how you play.
You got a full house, 9s and 3s.
Yeah, but it's better to just play 3 of a kind because that's upgraded.
Yep.
So see, 3 of a kind gives 90 chips and has a ×9 multiplier now.
Yep.
So it's better than an actual full house.
Yep. Yep. I think you've got aces still in your deck.
Yeah.
You could get 3 of a kind with aces if you discard it down.
Like some of the jokers are really wild. Like there's a joker card that I'm
Aha!
fond of.
Jokers are wild, I get it.
There's a joker card, for example, that makes it to where you can create a flush
So
using only
close.
4 cards.
Yep.
There's another card that says you can create a straight, but you can have gaps in your numbering. So you can go from 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and just completely skip 6 to create that straight. Like, there's some really wild cards.
Yeah,
Wild
I'm
cards, I
fucked.
get it. Yep, you're fucked. You're done. Full house is the best you can... Oh, you can't even do a full house.
Straight flush is, yeah, the best. Alright. What did I win with?
I've had luck with the yellow deck.
I won with the blue deck, I believe. But yeah, yellow deck, you start with more money.
Like, I usually only re-roll at the start of the game. Or not at the start of the game, at the end game. Ah, shit. Always frustrating. Yeah, you can just do the, You want to just do new? Sometimes I rage quit and just hit new run. Oh, yeah, you can do a flush. But anyways, yeah, this game's great. So notice how he ended that hand with more than $5, so he got interest.
We're gonna try to use the Madness card.
That tarot card is also very good.
You got 3 of a kind jacks.
I'm just getting cards to feed this Joker.
Which Joker?
The Madness Joker.
What is the madness?
So every time you get a bind, it eats another Joker and increases its multiplier.
Blind.
Blind. Poker.
Yeah,
Gambling.
like poker. Got 2 pair. You need 1 more for a flush. Or we've got a pair. That one's cheap. That is a cheap Joker.
I didn't really find the bank card to be especially helpful.
The bank card exists to get eaten.
Oh,
Dog.
I guess you're right.
What does it do otherwise?
It allows you to go into a larger
Does
deficit
it
without
just die?
automatically losing. So there is a boss encounter where you lose $1 for every card that you play. It's a real motherfucker, let me tell you. And also, the credit card allows you to spend money that you don't have.
Is this still the demo, or did you buy the full game?
No, this is the full game.
So you just gotta keep buying Jokers so that they get eaten.
Yeah,
huh?
I gotta keep buying Jokers, because that's how...
It won't destroy itself, right?
I have no idea. I don't think it will.
We're so close to a flush again.
Fuck it, discard again.
Garbage. Garbage.
Alright, I'm gonna dip out.
Alright. Just need
Talk to you later. Yeah, you got a 2 pair. You'll get it with a pair and a few cards regardless. So you have tilted your deck towards diamonds, I think?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a buffoon pack, so that's just a random Joker, right?
Yep.
That's good though. Yeah, you might want to use
buy
that.
Jokers to. Yeah.
Okay,
feed.
this one's
which
really
card-
good. So I'm gonna skip the blind for this one.
Oh, that is.
All face cards are drawn face down.
Sick. That's tough.
Yeah, this one's annoying. You can oscillate between using the sweet and rank card to kind of like
Wait,
deduce.
you look at your deck to see if cards are still in it.
It doesn't.
No, it
will
doesn't
not
tell you which base cards. Okay. Okay. That's how I would have gotten around this bullshit.
You can, like I said, you can oscillate between using the sweet and the rank sort hand buttons to like get a good estimate.
Mhm. Suit. And there's a straight. Bango and a multiplier. Nope. Now almost anything will do it. 2 pair. Or, yeah. Full house. Nice.
And so yeah, because I got the coupon tag, everything is free. Or at least the first selection of stuff.
Nice.
Okay, let's get a King of Diamonds.
Yeah, the King of
Yeah, I
Diamonds.
think the
again.
diamonds are Yeah, I think you're building
No,
towards
no,
diamonds.
those buttons on those cards are also pretty good. Yeah, get a wild card.
Yeah, and then let's get a wild card and
Yep.
another king.
Class cards can break, which is a real pain in the ass.
But it's also good because it means you don't have to. Oh, a free Mega Buffoon
You can
pack.
get them out of your deck.
Yeah, for someone who needs jokers.
Thou doth needeth jokers.
Discard the king as well. Okay, well.
Oh, and two separate oh, okay. Whatever. I'm not in your head. I don't know what you're aiming for here.
Okay,
It
so I
doth
have
seem
this.
as though thou hast hoisted oneself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a 7 real bad. You don't have anything. I mean, playing the higher cards is just playing them for points is something you can do.
Yep.
I guess. Get garbage out of your hand, yeah.
Yeah. This Joker card is very good.
There and there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 2 pair.
Oh wait. no, I can do
Or a flush.
Oh, flush. You've got a flush. Flush.
Diamonds.
Diamonds, baby. Diamonds.
Oh, fucking remember to... Oh, wait, you
There's-
don't have the discard ability, I was gonna say.
I mean, you got a pair of kings. One of them's
Play the pair of kings and maximize
play the high
your...
cards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it will still count the pair in there, right?
Yeah.
You still get the pair bonus.
But it also is counting all the rest of his hand,
There
which
you
it
go.
normally wouldn't do. Because he has that splash card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get the bank
It's
card
gonna be a
again to
shame
keep
when
it-
your madness
yeah,
joker
just-
eats it.
No, I think he has some control over that.
I do not. It's random.
Oh. Shit.
It's random.
This is Polychrome.
gonna suck
Creates a tarot
when he eats
card.
that.
If poker hand contains an ace and a straight. Anyway, what if we just went into debt? While we're here.
Alright, so he has the credit card, so he can go up to minus 20 into debt.
Oh, okay.
It does mean that he can't go further into debt.
Oh.
And
it
he
ain't
can't
the
buy more
Polychrome
cards
one.
for a while.
Oh shit, that sucks. You might
You
want-
got a club straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to discard.
Right? Oh, I thought
No.
you did. Dang it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Club
there.
straight.
There we go.
Bang, bang, boom, boom, bang. 1 turn. Amateurs like you need 2 turns. I need 1 turn. Those aren't. None of these are good. You can just skip.
Nah, I would say buy the
No,
planet
we need
card as
planets so we can increase the potency
Get higher
of our-
multipliers.
Alright, let's buff regular pair.
I put Balastro into my
Cart.
my cube.
Oh, you're gonna upgrade straight flush. So when you get it, fucking bingo bango.
Also, get off my corner. How dare you?
So it's more worth it to do just a regular ass pair. Well, can I do a flush? No,
I think you can.
I cannot.
You're so close. You're very close. You're very close with 2 different suits, but you're not there. they screwed you.
Yeah, so discards 2 random cards per hand played.
Get rid of
I
the
mean, you can
diamonds.
get
and
them
hope-
diamonds out of there. Well, what's in your deck before you do that? What's left? Not a lot of diamonds, not very many clubs, or fewer clubs and spades. So the diamonds are more. You're more likely to just get more diamonds. Okay, I mean, you got a pair.
So how many times did you get to Cerulean, Braden? on the
I
demo?
have beaten this, the actual, like, retail version of this game.
Got 2 pair.
Just once.
So I beat the demo
God
twice.
damn it.
I hate to see it.
Off by just a little. Oh, the ante increased to 8 instead of 5 to 6. Ooh. Didn't realize that.
Well, I'm gonna go wind down for the
Yeah.
day. I got some work stuff to do, so talk to y'all later. This game looks good. I'll cover it at some point.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
I have another game I have to play first, but I'll cover
Yeah,
this
you-
at some point. Bye.
I mean, I could play NightCry.
But yeah, they've made good changes to this game to make it better.
Yeah, no, this is like the most fucking lizard brain game for me. But we don't have to play that all day. Otherwise, that is what I will do and nothing else.
It tickles the right receptors to your brain, right?
It's dangerous. All right, we're gonna play Will Helldivers launch.
Ooh.
Will I be
Talk
able
about
to get
a
into
real
Helldivers?
roulette reel.
The new hot game. Are the Helldivers servers too full? Let's find out. Oh, server at capacity? How could this be? Alright, well, we're not playing Helldivers. Because I'm not waiting
Yeah,
in queue.
I'm with Rio. When things work, Helldivers is cool. Helldivers 2 is great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's only really working for like
I've had to
everyone
play at like
else.
midnight.
Yeah.
The last couple days. I guess.
Which I get. I'm not gonna be super negative about it because of the server issues. I clearly, I don't think anyone, including myself and you and the
All right,
developers,
well,
even Sony, We're expecting this thing to be like the biggest viral game since Palworld.
No, I don't think they were. All right, what do I do now? Do I play NightCry? Run away from that scissorman?
It's your call. You got Ultima 9. Oh, wait, Ultima 9's shitty to try and stream.
It actually isn't.
Really?
Whatever version is on GOG now, whatever Direct 3D wrapper they have it will just work with game capture.
Wow.
So
That makes my weekend plans a little bit easier.
yeah, that solves some problems, doesn't it?
It doesn't solve the problem of I playing Ultima 9.
It's fine. That game's at least an interesting disaster. All right.
Yeah.
All right. From your friends and mine at Nude Maker. There are apparently 13 people watching NightCry right now. You have my condolences. Were you here when I played this on Sunday or Saturday?
I was not with you chatting, but I was watching.
Okay.
But yeah, I fucking forgot about the running, walking animation for her.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I did remember that there are, there's NightCry people. Why did she move that way? Like this bar setup reminds me ever so slightly of like Deadly Premonition.
Yeah.
And this font looks like reminds me of Deadly Premonition. And then you start playing the game and you realize, oh no, something very bad has happened here.
Clearly, this was not the game the developers wanted to make. Because, dear lord, why is this like this? Scissorman. Oh. I see Joku's doing some stuff. All right. Yeah, so I watched about half of Madam Web yesterday on a second screen while doing something else, namely playing Cyberpunk. And I don't think that movie is very good. I know. Hard to believe. It's hard to believe. But it's true. Teens today talk about morbing.
Yeah. I mean, I went to, as I said in the Discord, I went to the film reissuance of Dune by David Lynch and
the
saw
David
that
Lynch
in theaters.
Dune.
That was fucking funny as shit.
The part where a large chunk of that movie is just exposited to cram it into 2 hours.
The fact that so much of the dialogue are internal monologues and it's not clear if this is like some sort of telepathy dialogue or it's just an internal monologue.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Madam Web, is it the right kind of bad?
It seems like something maybe we should do a watch along of. It. I don't necessarily know. Like, it's fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily know if it's like true meme potential.
Why is, just to get back to this, why is Morbius, Morbin Time, not the right kind of bad?
That movie, most of that movie is just really fucking boring. Like, the actual thing about that movie is, like, Jared Leto is bad in it. And the CG is actively bad. Also, Tyrese is in it?
Mm-hmm.
Jerome?
And it's like, my dude, I'm pretty sure those Fast and Furious movies paid fine. You didn't need to take this, my dude.
Good for you, Rooney. Your wish is gonna come true now. You can join a world of no worries.
I love worlds of no worries.
Rooney, run!
Jerome?
Hurry, get out of here!
Also, yeah, the thing about Morbius is that, there's probably a version of that movie that is funny. But, they took out the fun stuff.
Yeah. It's just the idea that Sony, realizing that that movie had gone viral for all the wrong reasons, attempted to capitalize on that meme culture,
Yep.
and then it failed horribly. I think that's the funniest part.
Yes. Like, the part where they reissued that in theaters. This is impossible to see. That's a severed arm. Nope. God damn it. So Rooney's part is actually significantly longer than everyone else's.
Yeah.
And I will probably end up pulling up that walkthrough again. Nope. I think I did this exact thing last time. You ever think about how, listen, Justin and Borgmaster aren't here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, maybe making video games for touchscreens is a bad idea. Motion controls are fine.
Why can we not say this in front of Justin or Borgmaster?
Because they're like, motion controls. Oh, waggle. Oh.
What?
They don't like waggle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Was that her falling down the stairs? Did they not just... They didn't have an animation? Anyway, get up. Get up. Okay.
I don't know. This game is so confusing.
This game does not feel like a finished product.
The weird, chapterly, like, texture, not textual, like, pulpy TV show format of this. Yeah, it's like like Rio's pointing out, it's like they had an idea, and then they realized, oh, wait, we only have a couple of pennies.
Like, this game is maybe the perfect example of what happens when a Kickstarter game reaches its goal, technically, but it's obvious the developers are,
unable.
They were, maybe scoping towards a higher budget with stretch goals that did not manifest.
Like Daymare.
Like, are you eating?
What? I said like Daymare.
I know, Mr. Mouthful of Food.
I'm hungry.
Have you considered eating off screen? Off microphone?
You asked me a question.
There are now 49 people watching NightCry streams.
You're contributing 6 of them.
You're welcome, America.
Also, I would point out that MinMax got into Helldivers 2 2 minutes ago with Dan Reichert and the MinMax people.
Well, fuck that then. Fuck this then. Come on, it's gonna work this time. Twitch loves NightCry. Alright, if we don't get into Helldivers, it's back to this.
Also, the Ubisoft Twitch account is streaming Skull and Bones, and they have had to, let's say...
Moderate the chat.
Limit the chat?
I mean, the fact that Skull and Bones is a $70 video game...
With microtransactions and games as a service trappings.
That is structured like a free-to-play game. Okay. Helldivers is not... It won't let me in.
It's discriminating against you, because I'm watching Dan Reichert
hates
play.
me personally.
But anyways, so NightCry.
Yeah, so NightCry.
Also Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones is a video game I will not play.
I'm not
Ubi poisoned enough to
Yeah,
even
as
play
someone
this
else
game.
pointed out, now that the game has come out, it's kind of aired towards that like Duke Nukem Forever category of the jokes stop because the game's out.
Because
and
the
it's
game's
just
out and there's
bad.
nothing left to say. There's nothing left to say about Skull and Bones, like, other than now Ubisoft can close their Singapore studio.
Yeah, I guess, do they actually let this game have some sort of weirdly Rainbow Six Siege trajectory of, like, we keep this alive for a year, or do they close that studio down?
I think they are going to I'm gonna guess, and this is entirely
Speculative.
this is entirely speculation on my part. I'm going to guess that game did not do very well. People.
I mean, even if it did sell well and it was received positively, you have to imagine that they put in so much effort just to get it in its current shape.
Because, yeah, just the part where that game, like, finding out what that game actually is
Kind of the worst part.
And it's like a worst of all worlds, where it's kind of a, you know, a more simulationist thing with multiplayer elements, like a Elite Dangerous, let's say. But also it's got free-to-play bullshit, and also it it doesn't really have a single player. Like, it barely has a story. And also, it's very... I want to talk to someone who worked on that game, because I would like to know the trajectory from where it went from, what if we made Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but like a competitive multiplayer thing, to we made this pseudo MMO pirate.
I mean, I've said this
thing.
like on the thread that Big Socrates created. It's like, can we have, like, he presented the idea of, like, most of these games as a service games don't actually provide a service. It's just, you're gonna cross your fingers that this is supported for more than 6 months, and sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't.
For me, it's the loop, right? It's the ability. Can you create a gameplay loop that is quote-unquote compelling enough to get people to want to play it on a regular basis over a long period of time?
I also think that for games like Skull and Bones that are clearly trying to go for the PvE model, that is so much harder than doing PvP.
Yeah.
You can argue that Destiny and Destiny 2, even though they had pretty problematic launches and there's current consternation within their communities today, like, those still remain within the industry, kind of like Destiny 2 is like the gold standard of a PvE oriented games as a service thing. And then, like, Sea of Thieves got there, but that's because, like, Rare wasn't doing anything else. Like, Ubisoft has priorities beyond, like, sustaining.
Yeah, they have 14 more Assassin's Creed and Tom Clancy games to make.
Like, I like No Man's Sky today, but, like, what else was that studio gonna do other than try and get No Man's
3,
Sky
baby.
to a?
Did they actually make Joe Danger 3? Did I make that up?
I don't remember.
Is The Division still a thing? I think they are still putting out stuff for The Division 2.
They're still putting out stuff for, oh, right. So Joe Danger 3 was Joe Danger Touch for the iPhone.
Ew. Ew. Phone games? Disgusting.
Anyways,
why would I want to play a video game on my phone? Yeah, Siege is huge. For Honor did okay for a bit. I think I get the impression that game is maybe in maintenance mode at this point.
but yeah, the Division and Siege are still doing well for them. Despite the fact that both of them sport some incredibly toxic online communities, especially Siege.
Chris, let me tell you, as you know, I've been playing a lot of Dota recently.
I don't know, man. The Siege online community
Good
makes
for you,
Dota
Ren.
blush.
I mean, the Siege community, as I played Siege, and I can tell you, yeah, the people, that game's community is relentlessly toxic. But no, it was fun getting into Dota and having a revelation about Dota's let's say Dota's quality of player conduct. And it's just like people just want to get mad at you in Dota.
Yeah.
They don't even need that much pretense. Like, you lose, you don't show up for one team fight, and they're like, "Are you stupid?"
But the Siege online community, now...
The Siege Online community, people will just team kill you during the setup phase if you fortify the wrong wall. Like, that game is uniquely toxic. How much of the MOBA audience is people want money? Not that big.
Not that big. Honestly, I think it's mostly hobbyists that... I think that the MOBA community, depending on which MOBA certain particular people have invested in, it is a bit of a sunk cost fallacy. Like, people who have spent a lot of money on Heroes of Newerth feel a sense of entitlement to...
Didn't they close Heroes of Newerth?
I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
But it was not Heroes of Newerth. What was the other one that was just as big on Twitch?
Heroes of the Storm.
No, not that one.
League of Legends.
League of Legends, right.
Smite.
So, is this scary?
No.
Is this game scary?
Did you not see the part where the literal first kill in this game is a man getting eaten by a vending machine, and it's the funniest shit in the world?
Yeah.
I died again. Alright, walkthrough time. Is Smite still a thing? They announced Smite 2, so yes. Ask Relkin about Smite. He just played... I've played some Smite recently.
Hey, man, they also rebooted Gigantic.
So here's my thing about Smite. Is, Smite is... Smite is the reason why I started playing Dota in the first place. Because me and my Chucklefuck friends, we were playing Overwatch, and then as a joke, it was like, what if we played Paladins? And Paladins is a fake video game. And I don't want to be like too degrading about Paladins, but I don't think Paladins is like a good video game. It's fine, but it's very much like the characters are one step away from being they are Blizzard knockoffs. Pejorative.
Again, Gigantic's coming back.
Yeah. And just, like, the part of Paladins where it clearly used to be more of a MOBA, but is now just more of an Overwatch. And then just, basic feedback stuff in that game I just don't think is very good.
No, it's not.
Like, it's decently fun to play, especially because it's free, and because, you can have an announcer pack with Amelia Watson from Hololive English Myth. And that's fun. But Smite is an actual video game, by comparison. Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell where Hi-Rez actually put in the effort. But also, playing Smite just made me go, what if I just played a full fat MOBA instead of this action-y game where I'm still, like, laning and shit? Or, you know, playing the arena mode, which is basically just a one-lane all team fights all the time mode. But
This is the part where I feel like I should ask, what's the state of Team Fortress 2 at this point? Are
it's
people still pissed off
still
about
too
something?
many fucking bots. I'm to understand.
Oh, okay.
I remember how Valve was like, all right, we're gonna, you know, do a serious big update for TF2, and then immediately walked that back. Because not enough people put their desks together or something. My general feelings about I don't know if you know this, but my general feelings about Valve are that it seems like it's a
It seems like the Steam thing makes them a lot of money, and the Steam Deck maybe be making them money.
yeah.
But the actual making video games thing, they don't do that anymore.
The weird the Hobbesian nightmare world that is working at Valve, apparently. Just the
Well,
fucking...
remember, like, the weird thing that was being said for the longest time was like, yeah, the Steam part of the business is clearly the priority and it's well managed. The game division part of it is really poorly managed and nobody meets their targets and everything goes over.
And no one wants to commit to any sort of project. So you get that's how you get Dota Underlords.
Yeah. The TF2 audience went to Overwatch a long time ago. Well, I wonder how that's going for them.
Overwatch is still successful and popular.
Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget about their wonderful experiment Artifact, where they hired the Magic the Gathering guy to make a digital card game, and then it's like, whoopsies, this didn't work.
And then they weren't willing to commit to fixing it. And the same is true of Dota Underlords. Like, it's a company that it has some real fucking Googleitis in spots. Furthermore,
I mean, yeah.
Let's talk about the actual problem at Valve. There is someone...
Counter-Strike 2. Oh, wait,
No.
sorry.
No, Counter-Strike 2 is printing money left and right.
Despite the fact that the global offensive people are pissed off still.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. But how do you feel about gambling? And then gray market gambling sites, and then trying to sell that gambling to children.
Good for you, Rooney. Your wish is gonna come true now.
So the EA model?
Yeah. But no, the actual thing with here's a very specific you just fall down randomly, huh? Damn, girl, your shoulder bones be pointy. need to find a place to hide so I can actually explore shit.
But anyways, this game seems bad.
No, here. Okay, so before I get off, no, the person at Valve who clearly has like a weird axe to grind against anime games.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that I find incomprehensible. Like, you remember the whole thing around like Chaos Head?
Mm-hmm. Like, they already have literal pornography, but like,
Yeah, like you have all of these shitty 3D
VR
model
porn games.
porn games. But you know, these Vita dungeon crawlers that people seem to like. No, we can't port those. We can't approve those. And it's like, yeah, I know these Vita dungeon crawlers. They're.
But yeah, it would be one thing if it was just like, no, it's the pornography, but it's like you already have literal hardcore pornography already on your marketplace.
You literally have
Like,
actual.
check out, if you disable the adult filter, check out all of the recent releases in the VR tab.
Look at the recent releases. If you want to see creepy CG doll ladies getting railed, or creepy live 2D anime women getting railed.
And what's unfortunate is that it just seems to be like a weird, like you said, it's an axe that this
Like, it's
someone
clearly
doesn't
someone
like
has
anime,
something-
and then
yeah.
and then doesn't like visual novels, because this standard has always overwhelmingly applied to visual novels.
Yes.
I heard something about creepy dolls getting railed.
Yeah, so we're complaining about how there's clearly someone at Valve in charge of the approvals process who like genuinely does not like anime.
Uh-huh.
And I don't mean that as like a goof. I mean that as like why like specific games are not getting approved for Steam that are not porn games but are just anime.
Like, is there a copyright thing going on?
No,
or-
it's literally
No.
someone at Valve's approval process keeps rejecting them. So,
I don't know, it's kind of funny.
yeah, but this is a store where you can buy literal hardcore pornography.
I mean, what's more for jerks, anime or hardcore pornography?
What if the hardcore pornography is anime?
Oh, that's a good question.
I wonder what Valve would do if the Microsoft Store ever stopped sucking. I mean, look, what is it? Like, Epic has repeatedly stated that they still haven't made money on EGS. And they're fine with that, considering that they just keep putting their Fortnite money into it.
Yeah, Fortnite prints money for them.
Shit, man. Like, the frequency with how much free shit EGS gives you, it, like, makes sense that they haven't made money.
Yeah, but it's fine because... Video
game?
I mean, Steam is so entrenched. I don't know if anything can even touch it at this point.
And as a result, here's the other weird side of that. As a result of Valve, literally a person at clearly a person at Valve being like, no anime on my storefront. It leads to GOG.
Just saying, yeah, sure,
Being like,
fucking
hey
whatever.
man, we got all that shit. This is the only place on the internet you'll be able to find Sengoku Ransei and Evan Nickel too.
We got sales on all them Wolfenstein games, and also, we're gonna tell you we got the pornos.
Like, literally getting emails from GOG being like, here's our 18+ Valentine's Day sale. And it's like, put Descent to Undermountain on your service, you fucking cowards.
I'm just gonna say those are all fantastic Polish accents.
Hell yeah, man. It's me.
Let me tell you about my granddad, who was a hussar.
Let me tell you about...
GOG just sent me an email about how Caesar 3 is on sale. Fuck that shit. I want Descent to Undermountain.
I know. Poland's... Here's the thing about, yeah. Yeah. Don't ask people in Poland about, perhaps some complicity, in, the Holocaust. Which, reminds me of, I think we talked about this at one point. But, like, a video game made by a Polish game developer that was literally, like, one of their news items was like, here's a video about, the myth
Poland
of
is
Polish
not-
death camps.
Right.
Like, it was a whole thing. And you're like, oh, right. But, you know, I guess their ultranationalist shithead government got kicked out.
Hey, dude, like, I just posted that thread on Giant Bomb about how, Rise of the Ronin is rightfully not coming to South Korea.
Yeah. The other thing I'll say is, I've come to the realization that if your video game is made in Poland, there's at least a 75% chance I will be interested in looking at it. That doesn't necessarily mean I think it will be good. It just means I want to look at it.
Right?
You know, I've made my stance on, okay, where the fuck is a hiding place? I'm actually going to get angry.
You keep dying.
Yeah.
There should be one of these scissor games where you can just punch the guy with the scissors. Just like deck him in the face.
Stab him in the crotch with the scissors.
Yeah, punch him in the face, take his scissors, and then scissor him.
Okay. I am looking at this guide. The guide is telling me...
Alright, we gotta fill airtime. Borgmaster,
Alright,
what's your
so,
next, like, is it
What's your favorite
PlayStation
video game
or...
from Poland?
I really need to finish. I have a backlog of write-ups. I need to finish them all. Like,
Witcher 2?
Jaguar. Oh, wait, are we talking about Poland now?
What's your favorite
Yeah.
video game from Poland? And why is it Two Worlds 2?
Oh, that's Polish. Of course it's Polish.
Frostpunk, actually.
Frostpunk's actually really good, though.
Super
I don't
Hot?
think I have an answer. Oh, Super Hot's Polish.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3.
Oh.
Yeah, Super
Oh,
Hot
so there
is
is
Polish.
so there is a good Polish game. Okay.
Yeah, Two Worlds 2.
House Flipper.
There's way more Polish
Dying
game development than I
Light?
thought.
Poland
Dying
has
Light's
a,
Polish.
Warsaw has a very active game dev scene.
Dead
Even
Island?
if a lot of those people are either ex People Can Fly or ex CD Projekt.
Like, that's Flying Wild Hog at this
Yeah,
point.
Flying Wild Hog is ex.
Evil West is good.
Yeah. Evil West
Good,
isn't
in
great.
quotations. There are quotations around Evil West.
Evil West is not good, but Evil West is not great, but it's a video game from 2011 that woke up No, it's a video game from 2007 that woke up in 2023, and I appreciate that.
Flying Wild Hog also got hit by the Embracer, right? Like the Embracer layoffs, if I recall correctly.
I think they did.
Oh, there's also Bloober Team. They're Polish, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite
Yeah.
video game dev, Bloober
Yeah.
Team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, wait.
Oh, there's was it Outriders?
Yeah, Outriders.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
here's
that's a Dragonfly joint.
here's what I pulled up.
The
So
Ascent.
in 2023, Embracer apparently pulled the plug on Flying Wild Hog's co-op ARPG Space Punks, and then in response, just a few days, five or 6 days ago, Flying Wild Hogs announced that they had completely unionized.
Good for them. Yeah, so I'm gonna try a different route. Because apparently, all of the hiding spots are over here.
The only video game I can think of with a cruise ship setting that isn't some kind of horror disaster thing is that
The
one
ship.
level in Tony Hawk.
No, the ship.
Oh. Also that one level in Tony Hawk.
I feel like I've heard too many stories about, like, cruises where everyone gets fucking norovirus.
I didn't get norovirus when I went to a cruise. I did, however, encounter the food buffet and felt like I understood why people would get norovirus. They were putting,
I
like-
think someone should make like a survival sim game based on that cruise ship from a few years ago that where the engine died and all the toilets backed up and people were stuck there for
I'm amazed you're still
several
alive,
weeks.
Rooney. It's a very bad thing to kill people, right?
You remember that?
So you need
Which
to
ship
be
was that?
punished. Mommy and Daddy would lock you up in the closet.
Someone should make a game based off
but
of
they're
that.
nice. So all you need
That'd
to
be
do
a good
is
like
play
survival
with
sim
me.
setting.
Come on over. I'll be waiting for you. It's what you want, isn't it?
Oh, WWK pointing out there is a cruise ship in Persona 5. That's more of a Mind Palace cruise ship, so I don't know how much that counts.
Also, isn't that cruise ship literally, like a metaphor for how Japan's politicians are going to strip mine it bare for their own ends?
Yes.
So I'm glad that we brought this up because I found Game Rant's 5 best video game levels set on ships.
Fuck off.
Hell yeah.
Fuck off. Look at this.
let me guess.
Look at this
that-
goddamn stream.
That
I don't
Call of
need your
Duty
goddamn listicles.
4. That Call of Duty 4 multiplayer level was it cargo? Was it container? What was it called again? That's a good level on a ship.
This is the most alive you've been since you started streaming, Braden.
Did you not see that fucking baby doll start floating and attack me?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I mean, they all do that, like in real life.
All right,
That was me
number
all the
5
time.
is Tomb Raider, the reboot Tomb Raider, the Endurance ship.
What? But the ship from the cutscene?
Yeah, the ship from the cutscene.
What the fuck?
Number 4, Contra Force, the naval fleet level.
Huh?
I hate that
Contra
you
Force.
just found this.
Number 3, GoldenEye 007, the frigate level.
That level's
There's a frigate
terrible.
level?
That level's infamously a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is. Number 2, Mafia 1, the Happy Birthday sequence. It also refers to Mafia as the best gangster game that the video game industry has to offer.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
And number
There's a
1,
boat level?
yeah, number 1, Uncharted 3, sink or swim sequence.
I mean, that belongs on a top 10 list, but not number 1.
You ever think about how Amy Hennig hasn't made a video game since Uncharted 3?
I mean, was it her fault that
I
the
mean,
Star
they
Wars game
keep
got
giving
canceled?
her.
I mean,
They keep giving her projects
it's
and
directly
then pulling
Neil
the projects.
Druckmann's fault for taking her series away from her and kicking her off the project. But, you know. That's its own discussion. Also, I thought you just said you
she's
didn't
been
like
put on-
Naughty Dog games, you fucking faker.
What?
Borgmaster over here was being like, oh,
That was
Naughty
me.
Dog doesn't make good video games. But then he said, he was like, oh, that does
No,
belongs on
I
a
said
top
that I
10
don't
list."
like Naughty Dog games. Here's the thing about Uncharted. Each game has like 1 or 2 iconic sequences, and then just bullshit in between.
Do you ever think about how
Like 5 minutes of each of those games is incredible, and the other 10 hours is bullshit.
Hell.
Also, Braden,
Did
you're
the
being
monster
unfair
get
to
you?
Amy
I
Hennig.
was
She was
running
one of the
from it,
lead
then I
writers behind
fell and hit
Forspoken.
my head. Ouch.
Fantastic.
It's left a lump, all right.
Just absolute silence after I said that.
I mean, I keep waiting for Forspoken to go below $20 on sale. I will play it when it does, and if it's on PC, I will stream it and talk about how good it is.
I mean, if we want mid-profile Square Enix failure games, I got these copies of Diofield and Valkyrie Elysium. No
I was
less
going to
than
say
2
that
feet away from
Babylon's Fall is offline. You
You
can't,
can't play
Babylon's
Babylon's Fall is
me.
the problem.
Yeah, you can't play Babylon's Fall anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and WK, Forspoken came out a year ago, like literally 12 months ago.
Yeah.
You should play it. It's
So
good. It's one of the best
Braden,
games of
did
last
you know the
year.
backstory of like when Amy Hennig and Gary Whitta were doing the writing for Forspoken, who they were trying to get to
Oh,
help
that was
them
Gary
do the
Whitta's
writing?
on that. Wait,
Yeah.
so, that explains everything.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
That explains everything.
So I think it was like Gary Whitta, Amy Hennig, someone else, and then like Todd Stashwick.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I've heard them say it is Amy Hennig and Gary Whitta wanted Brandon Sanderson to join the writing team.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, no. I'm already working on a video game project, which turned out to be Moonbreaker.
Hey, that game seems neat now that they changed the monetization.
And then, you just got more Gary Whitta and Amy Hennig writing. It seems like the Gary Whitta writing burned through a little bit more.
I'm not a Hollywood screenwriter who constantly posts on Twitter about how Apple should give me free stuff.
Yeah, he sure does that a lot.
I mean, the reason why you're not a Razzie Award-winning screenwriter is that you haven't tried hard enough.
I mean, there are people out there who love Rogue One.
One's good.
He is credited as being the primary.
I just love how the original script for Rogue One was written by the inventor of Adobe Photoshop.
I mean, that's just called being a polymath.
I mean, he had been like the lead special effects guy while working for Adobe for like Industrial Light and Magic for years. And he's like, I'm just gonna work on this like passion project script and hold on to it and really like bug people about how I want this to be a movie. And then he shot his shot when Disney bought the franchise, and they're like, okay, green light.
Didn't
Yeah.
a lot of people touch Rogue One's script?
Yeah, but like it was originally from a guy by the name of John Knoll, who invented Photoshop with his brother Thomas Knoll.
Okay, yes, sure. Also, Rogue One's kind of movie that is so piecemeal in everything that I don't know if we could credit a single person for that thing.
I mean, oddly
And
enough, I think that
I
Gary
think that's
Whitta
one of
said
the
that it
points.
was just him doing touch-up work. Well, not to belittle what he ended up doing, but like it was mostly the John Knoll original script, but he just made it more cinematic and better. Yeah, one of the better film things that has come out of the Disney era.
Yeah, one of the better movies to come out of the Disney era. The Disney era has been good for TV, terrible for movies.
Yeah.
But then again, the Lucas era was also terrible for movies, so, you know.
I mean, that was directed by the Godzilla guy, the 2014 Godzilla movie.
Gareth
So it
Edwards
was
has,
maybe-
Didn't that guy go insane and like leave the industry?
No.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, you're thinking of
Josh Trank.
Yeah, Josh
I am thinking
Trank.
of him. I am thinking of the Fanforstic guy. Yeah.
Gotta respect a man who gets his first like big budget Hollywood film. It gets studio reshot.
And
to
then you
death.
go nuclear
And then you
about
go nuclear
how you got fucked
and
over.
burn every single bridge imaginable to ensure you will never, ever, ever work in the industry again.
Right, yeah,
I mean,
that guy.
he's now doing a video-on-demand movie about Al Capone starring Tom Hardy.
Sure.
Or actually, that came out a few years ago. But yeah, he hasn't really done anything. It also doesn't help that, so Fantastic Four also just, he burns all of the bridges there. He also was tasked to do the Boba Fett thing, and then just left the project on, let's say, acrimonious terms, and proceeds to write this scree about the lack of communications from the Lucasfilms Disney film producers, which he's not wrong, but he also forgot the part where all of those producers are Disney, and they talk to the people who are not associated with Disney. But yeah,
I love leaving projects on acrimonious terms. It's my favorite thing to do.
I just think it's funny that someone at Disney clearly was like, fuck it, we'll let Deadpool 3 be rated R.
I mean, they have to. I mean, the first two are rated R. Like, they can't just tone it down for the third one.
You know someone in a suit was like, we need to
Oh
make
yeah,
sure.
there must have been hand-wringing, obviously. And at this point, those Deadpool movies might as well be, what's his name's baby.
Oh yeah, those movies have always been Ryan Reynolds' baby.
Oh, okay,
because
yeah.
he played that
Ryan
character in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and like
didn't get to talk.
and didn't get to do any of the things the character is known for. So, and
But,
then
it'll be very
and
good
then they
if
shot that
Deadpool-
proof of concept trailer, and quote unquote it accidentally got leaked, and then weirdly enough, the movie got greenlit after that and made a bunch of money, and then we very briefly had a spate of R-rated superhero movies that no one wanted.
R-rated superhero movies. Which other ones were R-rated?
Remember the extended cut of Batman v Superman?
Oh, the extended cut.
Or,
that whole debacle is its own debacle.
Okay, what about
that tobacco
the
is on my
Hellboy
tabernacle.
movie starring David Harbour, whose entire marketing campaign was, this movie's rated R.
Oh wait, the Hellboy movie?
Yes, the one with David
Oh,
Harbour.
okay.
Not
Oh,
the
boy.
not the Guillermo ones.
Yeah, not the classics. As much still like David Harbour.
Yeah, you know, Alone in the Dark's David Harbour.
I know. I heard an interview with David Harbour a few years ago, and he seems like a good guy.
He seems like
I mean, a guy who has lived a life, let's say, and made it through.
he has the outlook of a veteran character actor who finally made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess is how I'd put it.
I mean, he's one of the highlights in Black Widow.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we all watched that Silent Night movie.
Yeah, Deadly Night.
Deadly Night.
I'm just, you know,
Yes.
you can't tell from the emotions in my voice, but I'm just so stoked for Thunderbolts and probably 18 more Stranger Things spin-offs.
Are there going to be that many
Who
spin-offs of
knows?
Stranger
Oh,
Things?
I
There's like
forgot
one
that
season
he's
left,
also
right?
he's also a huge. Forgot that David Harbour plays Jack Salter in fucking Gran Turismo.
He sure does.
Yeah, he does.
I've
Was
told
he,
the story
like,
about
the
how my
good
parents
part of that
watched
movie?
that movie, and then my mom was like,
Borgmaster, we need to watch that movie.
I do need to watch that movie.
We need to watch that movie.
I've been meaning to get around to watching the movie. But is he like the one good part of that movie? Because I can see that.
I mean, he
easily
plays a
happening.
son of a bitch, so like.
So yeah,
I mean,
probably.
not a son of a bitch. He plays the like a yeah. He
The hard ass.
trains the hard. Yeah, he's the hard ass trainer guy. Yeah.
all right, are you ready for more action?
I love action. Is this
Oh,
packed with
no,
action?
He got darted.
So would you rather get darted or scissored?
Ah!
I'm gonna note how you did not answer the question.
I refuse to answer this question.
Would you rather get scissored or Norded?
Norded, there's a chance to come back from that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Norded just
Yeah.
means you get possessed by an old dude. You are one of his Horcruxes.
And you become like real edgy about it when it happens. And like you get renamed. It's like your name but with like a V in it somewhere, or an X.
Video game.
It's weird how no one's brought back the concept of, I guess, extensively brought back the concept of like the possession games, like Geist, where you go around like possessing
Or Messiah.
people. Oh, that's what Messiah did?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what was the fucking ghost game on PS2? Ghost Hunter?
Oh, WK is correcting me on my lore here.
Yeah, it
The
was
X in the
Ghost
name
Hunter.
is just a nobody thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, being
Nord-
Norded
okay.
is when you are possessed or are part of one of Xehanort's myriad soul shards. Listen, there's time travel bullshit,
Yeah.
and the villain's super plan in Kingdom Hearts 3 is, what if I just got a bunch of different versions of myself throughout time, and we all teamed up?
You know, that was going to be the plot for the Kang saga in MCU before all the stuff happened.
Yeah, well,
And that's a real shame because Jonathan Majors, real good actor.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a shame.
I almost
Like,
watched
Creed
Creed
3
3 on
is-
an airplane.
Creed 3 is a very good movie.
I'm to understand Michael B. Jordan literally just made a Hajime no Ippo movie, and that sounds very funny.
Yeah, I know it's also anime as fuck, but it's yeah. Yeah, no, Creed 3, very good. Jonathan Majors, excellent in that movie.
Yeah, but he ain't working
But
again.
he's he's dead basically.
Domestic abuse, some actors can get away with it. Sean Penn.
You have to be established though. to get
Marky
away with it.
Mark.
Yeah. But
And, Majors
yeah, when
wasn't
you are an
established enough
up-and-comer
for that.
and also a black man, not as much. Anyway, just a reminder that when Sean Penn and Madonna were married, he literally tied her to a chair at one point. Because Sean Penn's a massive asshole.
But he cares about Africa
Yeah, well, he also
and Haiti.
big fan of Hugo Chavez.
The big friend. It was him and who's that director?
Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone. Yes, it was him and Oliver
Stone. You watch fucking JFK. That movie is goddamn unhinged.
Yeah.
For something from the 90s.
I mean,
it is
it's
just
really
people talking.
it was one thing when he was just like weird counterculture, like anti-government, because look, that man actually served in Vietnam. If I had served in that war, I probably would have, let's say, grudges against the United States military and or government as a result, right?
You'd also have a brain melted by Agent Orange, but yes.
But for him to go from like anti-US government to like, no, Vladimir Putin is doing Russia right. He is the leader that we would want to have in the United States, and not realize that there's this contradiction in what he's arguing.
You see,
Hey,
that's called being a tanky.
Yeah.
When you're a tanky, anything that's anti-American is good because it is anti-American.
It's the useful idiot proposition. Yeah, anti-US people being like, actually it was all about NATO aggression.
I mean, also like, I'm not gonna.
And like
repeat.
it's really easy to happen with old guys who are used to who grew up in the Cold War when the Soviets were the good guys.
Yeah.
But then now like it's Russian Federation with Putin, and it's clearly just like a fucking mafia state.
The good guys of the Soviet Union.
Yes, exactly.
Hey. We're all
compared to Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon.
I'm just saying that Tucker Carlson interview is very funny.
Yeah.
Because you can see the man's facial expressions to know he knows what Putin is saying is bullshit. But because he has completely yeah. Listen, the history of Russia is weird and complicated, and almost undoubtedly involves the mass repression of millions of people, if not mass murder.
Really, like the thing that was bad about the USSR was that it was centered in Russia.
Yeah.
And the Russians were running it.
Yeah.
That's really what ruined leftism. Was the Russians being the ones to do it.
You ever think about how the Tsars of Russia were bad?
Yeah.
But even by let's say monarch standards.
all that aside,
Yeah.
and I don't think that the man's
This is maybe
contributions
not
to
the-
arts forgive everything that he's done in his later life, but Platoon and Born on the 4th of July, incredible movies. Wall Street, incredible movie.
Yeah, but how do you feel about his George W. Bush movie that came out while the man was still in office?
That movie says very little of any consequence.
Just liberal Hollywood's revenge against George W. Bush.
And I really like I really like Natural Born Killers. And I even have a soft spot for Alexander. But yeah, I like everything that man has done since like that second Wall Street movie.
Oh, that's right. With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, with Shia LaBeouf, who also let's not talk about why
Yeah.
he hasn't been in anything recently.
Yeah. I mean, the only time I want to hear about that person is in the context of that movie Olivia Wilde made, and all of the weird drama about that and Harry Styles and like.
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
All right, hi there, straight
Hi there.
men. It's me,
Because the
Arbitrary
movie-
Water,
that-
here
that
to tell
Olivia
you
Wilde
about
movie-
some lady drama.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
let's
Olivia
talk.
Wilde, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actress.
Yeah. Yes.
Best known for her roles on stuff like House.
Yes. She made that movie that came out last year.
She
right?
made Booksmart,
Yep.
which is a good movie.
Very good movie even.
Booksmart's
She
real
directed that
good.
too. But then
That weird, like,
Anyway,
Stepford Wives type movie.
don't
last year.
worry, darling.
Yeah, so don't
Oh,
worry.
okay,
darling.
yeah.
Oh, I was distracted. So Don't Worry, Darling is that movie with Harry Styles.
Yep.
And What's Her Bucket. And the actual movie itself is apparently
Florence
like
Pugh.
kind of fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I apparently missed a plot critical.
You know, that's set up for the scissor guy to, like, put himself in that container
It's
and wait for
slapstick.
you to drop it on you. But, like, horror and slapstick go well together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
So anyways, don't worry, darling. So there were two alleged conflicts on set. The first one was with Wilde and LaBeouf, and the other was with Wilde and Pugh.
Florence Pugh. Pugh? Florence
So-
Pugh?
Pew?
The reports coming out was that
Hot
LaBeouf
lady.
was like an absolute piece of shit on set, and
And-
that he had to be fired.
Yeah, like he was going to be the male lead instead of Harry Styles.
LaBeouf denied that it was because of his behavior and that he quit the film. And in a weird moment, he decided to leak texts to prove that it wasn't his fault to Variety, including a video recording with Wilde addressed to him. Which,
That's a weird move. Which, I mean, he was already known to be a weird guy before that, so...
Which look, I mean, like, yes, in a way, it did prove that LaBeouf just left the project and didn't do some of the abusive things that he did. But the fact that he leaked an actual audio recording to Variety against Wilde's consent, let's just say, not
That's
exactly, not a good idea.
Like he wasn't a good dude from even before that. It's been known for years that he's like a
Yes.
toxic guy.
And that's why he is that's why he hasn't gotten work recently.
The other thing was that apparently Wilde and Pugh just did not get along.
They
Like,
just
there was
fucking hated each other.
they
Oh, fun.
continued on with the movie, but like apparently they would get into screaming matches on set, and they had to call like Warner Brothers executives to oversee
To
a
mediate.
long negotiation process just for them to like set down ground rules so as that they didn't physically attack each other.
Right. Oh yes, WK bring up an important point where he's killed off screen in Indy
yes,
5.
his character
and that's very
dies in
funny.
Vietnam. In Indiana
It's
Jones
very,
and the
it's very
Dial
funny.
of Destiny. And that's also why Karen Allen's not left.
Well, no, she's in there at the end.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's there at the very end. But yeah, I guess it was a smart move bringing in the Fleabag lady to replace
Yeah.
LaBouffe.
Fleabag
A much better
Waller-Bridge.
choice. Yes.
That's her name.
Have you seen Dial of Destiny?
I have not.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I
probably
saw
should.
it.
I saw it as well. I have to say, I think it's better
Could've
than
been worse.
Crystal Skull.
Oh, definitely.
And the reason why I say I think it's better than Crystal Skull is when it starts to do, Brayden, you're aware of what it eventually becomes,
Yes,
right?
I know what happens.
You
in
know
the
that
last
it's
20
like
minutes of that
weird
movie.
time stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when it
Spoilers for a
goes
movie
into that, yeah, when it starts to do weird time stuff, it becomes full schlock in a way that I had hoped that Crystal Skull being about aliens and like the Aztecs or Maya communicating with aliens would have been. So it's like a schlocky movie. It's a schlocky movie. Thank you for that correction. In a way that I wish that the previous. Is it good?
So does the Crystal Skull Backlash seem weird? Because it is like a very bad movie, but I guess like weird online nerds being weird about it.
Yeah, like people being weird
Like,
about
makes-
the fridge shit, and it's like
It's a gag.
it's people
just a gag.
on the internet getting mad that this thing inspired by pulp cereals.
I mean, I think that it actually has gotten worse because of, you know, fucking noted piece of shit, cinema sins, like leading to this new style of film and gaming criticism where you're just nitpicking without any context or understanding of sometimes you just do things for it to be cinematic and you shut up.
I think here's my thing is and this is something I've actually like people have pushed back on me
WK
about.
it is correct. It is not anywhere near as weirdly racist as Temple of Doom, but few things are as weirdly racist as
Okay,
Temple of Doom.
here's my thing about Temple of Doom. Here's where I reveal myself. Temple of Doom, if you approach that movie as it was the movie Spielberg was making while he was going through a very nasty divorce, a lot of it makes more sense.
I also think that I just appreciate that film not being about Nazis.
Like that
I also
movie
appreciate
does not
that
give
movie
a
being
fuck.
darker. That movie murders a person.
That movie
You
is
see
directly
really
responsible
weird,
for
creepy
Taliban.
horror shit. Like, you can tell that there are certain parts of that film that Spielberg went back to when he was making Poltergeist.
I mean, the thing with Temple of Doom is they were going for a type of pulp adventure that they had grown up with,
Yes.
you know, back in the before times. And those pulp adventures were themselves
Were
inherently
mad
racist, usually.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to, like, do that, like, unironically.
I mean,
without...
the weird thing is that, like, I guess this isn't a weird thing, but Steven Spielberg basically said that the reason why he made that first Indiana Jones movie is that he wanted to kill Nazis in the name of all of his family members and ancestors that had been killed by Nazis. Like, that apparently was a huge motivator for him in terms of doing that first Indiana Jones movie. He's like, yeah, I just wanted to kill some Nazis.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, like Raiders and Crusade are not super racist. But yeah, Temple of Doom is
And Temple of Doom, again, I'm saying it's racist because they were doing an homage to the kinds of racist pulp
Yeah.
media that they had consumed as children, like without any kind of confronting of the material.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But yeah, like that movie does not give a fuck. And I
It's
think
very unhinged.
as I have gotten have gotten older, I appreciate that. Is it a good movie? No.
Who's to say?
But it's a
Bridge scene
fun
is good.
movie. It's just
The bridge scene is good. The entire final fight sequence in the factory, in the cave, is amazing.
Yeah. That minecart sequence, while cheesy now, was probably like very good for at the time. Very influential minecart scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever had a minecart level in a game, it's because of Temple of Doom.
Are we suggesting that Spielberg is a good action director? Say what?
Yeah, I'm saying Steven Spielberg can direct some fun action scenes, and Temple of Doom has several of those. But yeah, like I think that movie is a goddamn fever dream.
Dial of Destiny, somehow even more of a fever dream.
It's the end, yeah. Before that, it's more standard.
Yeah,
But
it's more
it-
like Indiana Jones coming to terms with everyone he loves is dead or doesn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just like he's old and falling apart and dealing with that. But as it goes on, it becomes increasingly unhinged, which is
Sorry
for
to
the best.
disappoint you.
Oh, it's
I thought
it's Chesty McGee from the first
Rooney,
part
how
of the
come
game.
you're here?
I sure do
No
like
reason.
how when pressed about,
Oh.
are you gonna
Well,
make more
I'm
Indiana
glad
Jones?
You came by when you did.
Like,
Thanks.
that director says, oh, we're thinking about making like a new prequel series based off of the young Indiana Jones Chronicles, and then the movie comes out and loses Disney's hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they're like, no, this is it. This is it.
probably for the best.
I hear that like the original score that John Williams did for Dial of Destiny, like it's very John Williams, and hey, that motherfucking guy can make some music.
The boomers who love
And-
Harrison Ford are all dead. No, it's
I mean, no, the Gen Xers love Harrison Ford.
everyone loves Harrison Ford, except the Zoomers.
I don't know if the reason why Gen Xers like Harrison Ford is that man got old, and he's really happy to talk to you about how much weed he smokes.
And also just be like affably grumpy.
Yeah, I guess everyone but Zoomers likes Harrison Ford.
If I wanted my affably grumpy guy, I actually think that Mark Hamill is a better version of that.
Mark Hamill's more affable than grumpy, but yeah. I mean, Dial of Destiny didn't need to, like, acknowledge in any way a 20-year-old movie
Mm-hmm.
in the marketing.
But the fact that
Oh, by
it
the way,
did, are we really angry?
Crystal Skull, 20 years old,
Fuck.
almost.
That was 2008.
Yeah.
Wait, was it 8? I thought it was like 2004.
No, 2008 because it was.
Oh shit. Why that movie look that bad for 2008?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Monkeys.
Jesus.
Remember how Kate Blanchett's in that movie?
Kate Blanchett. Yes.
Borderlands movies own Kate Blanchett. Tar.
Is there a trailer for that Borderlands movie? Because that
is
seems
tomorrow.
like
Yeah.
the
It's
Yeah,
coming out
there
tomorrow.
is.
weirdest,
Yeah.
ass casting I could have imagined.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Kate Blanchett.
All right.
I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis has repeatedly said that she actually likes video games, so
yeah, and her daughter likes video games.
She
But like Kate Blanchett as that character specifically is
Funny.
mind-boggling.
Remember, she was in that Thor movie. She's not above a paycheck. That classic
She's not.
British actor. All right. Who
I mean-
is streaming?
I mean, Kate Blanchett was great in that Thor movie, but like her as that character seems odd.
Yes.
It's very odd casting.
Okay, Joku has stopped doing crimes and is playing Persona 3 Reload. I'm gonna see if I can get into Helldivers.
one more time.
Joker doing
one more
crimes.
time.
No idea what you're talking about.
Remember that there's no such thing as cheating in a single-player game, and Scissorman.
Don't let Scissorman scissor you.
No. All right. Good night.
Yes, scissor the scissorman before they can scissor you. That's what
Yeah.
I say.
Yes.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.